WNBA playoff ticket prices have dropped a lot, with some tickets selling for only $10, which almost sounds unbelievable. Earlier, close seats for Caitlin Clark's games were selling for thousands of dollars, but now even Suns game tickets were going for around $65, letting fans sit right behind the bench with a great view. It seems fewer people are interested in watching now. It's disappointing because the WNBA could have earned a lot more money if the Fever had been able to play their home playoff games. Things might have turned out very differently, and the final playoff ticket prices to watch Caitlin Clark could have been extremely high.
Wherever she goes, ratings follow. The WNBA draft, the doubleheader to open the NBA season, ratings.
The WNBA needs to do a better job protecting its players, especially Caitlin Clark. She brought millions of viewers to the league and played extremely well, helping one of the weakest teams reach the playoffs. Even though she faced tough referees, opponents who didn't like her, and heavy media pressure, she still continued to perform and lead her team.
Just an amazing passer.
Yeah.
Probably one of the most creative passers I've ever seen, along with the Magic Johnson, that type of passer. She makes long, short pass, bounce pass. I mean, incredible passes. And her teammates have been really good. They catch them and they finish. I mean, they've done a really good job with.
Caitlin Clark didn't just raise ticket prices. Many people believe she also helped increase attention and earnings across the WNBA. Now some players, like Angel Reese, talk proudly about how much they make, but many fans feel that Clark's popularity helped bring new attention to the league in the first place. Recently, ticket prices for the WNBA Finals have dropped sharply, and many people connect this change to Clark not being in the playoffs. When she was playing, games were sold out, and tickets sometimes cost thousands of dollars because fans were excited to watch her. Her performances made regular season and playoff games feel like must-see events. Without her, that excitement has slowed down, and the league is finding it harder to fill arenas. To avoid empty seats, ticket prices have been lowered a lot, but fan energy still isn't the same. Many fans clearly feel her absence, and the WNBA is now struggling to keep the same level of momentum and excitement during its biggest games.
Setting records, once again, why would she not? This Sunday's game between number 5 Iowa versus number 2 Ohio State is the most expensive ticket in women's basketball, WNBA or NCAA women's, on record. The current get-in price is almost $500.
There is no doubt that Caitlin Clark has become the biggest attraction in the WNBA. However, rumors that she might go play in Europe have put the league in a difficult situation. Some fans believe that if she leaves, she could bring huge attention and viewers to another league, while the WNBA could lose much of the popularity it recently gained. Because of how she has been treated during the season, many fans are even encouraging her to move overseas and start a new chapter elsewhere.
Could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy.
If Caitlin Clark decides to move to an international league, it's hard to imagine how the WNBA would keep the new fans it recently gained without her strong star power. Overseas leagues are already ready to benefit from her popularity, and if she joins a European team, many fans may start following her there instead. This could cause a big drop in interest and support for the WNBA, slowing down the league's growth and making recovery difficult. Even though Clark has brought huge attention and revenue to the league, some people feel the WNBA has not done enough to support or protect her or give her the best chance to fully show her talent. Because of this, the possible consequences for the league are becoming more and more clear.
A lot of players, a lot of these wonderful ladies who bust their tail to make the WNBA what it was. Here's the reality. It wasn't what it is. The quality of basketball may have been up to snuff, and you had somebody as popular as Cheryl Swoops who had her own signature shoe, had to deal with Nike and all of this other stuff. But the bottom line is, very few people gave it.
With Caitlin Clark out of the playoffs, much of the excitement around the games has disappeared, causing ticket sales to drop sharply. Fans who were excited to watch her energetic performances have lost interest, leaving the WNBA struggling to sell tickets for its biggest games of the season. The league, which once looked ready for a breakthrough year, is now facing the reality that it is harder to keep fans engaged without her. Attendance and fan interest have fallen quickly, Shifting from packed arenas during her games to the league trying hard to attract crowds for the finals, her presence didn't just help her own team, it brought excitement to the entire league and turned many games into major events. Without her, the WNBA is finding it difficult to maintain momentum and stay in the spotlight. Some discussions about player pay and frustration within the league have also added to the challenges. Many believe that star players like Clark play a huge role in drawing attention and success to the league. If she had been in the finals, front-row tickets might have sold for extremely high prices because of massive fan and celebrity demand. Instead, ticket prices have dropped significantly, and the energy that once surrounded the games has greatly faded.
Has joined the WNBA. We've now earned enough money for every single team to fly private. So if we put her on a team, we're going to be able to fly private all the way to Paris and back. We have been fighting for private flights for so many years in women's basketball, but we can go back to commercial.
Media coverage has decreased, and the finals no longer feel like a must-watch event. Because fewer fans are watching or attending games, the WNBA has missed out on major revenue opportunities, not only from ticket sales but also from sponsorship deals. With lower viewership, some sponsors are pulling back, which has led to millions of dollars in potential losses. What could have been a very profitable moment for the league has instead turned into a setback, showing how important Caitlin Clark has become to its recent success. The overall atmosphere around the league has also changed. Without Clark playing, the energy feels lower and the finals, which should be the highlight of the season, seem less exciting to many fans. The excitement she created helped bring attention and momentum to the league, and without that spark, games feel less engaging. Many believe the WNBA needs to rethink how it supports its star players if it wants to avoid further decline. Clark is seen as a rare, once-in-a-generation talent whose influence goes beyond the court by bringing visibility, excitement, and growth to women's basketball. If the league fails to support her properly, there is concern she could explore opportunities in Europe or other leagues, which could make it harder for the WNBA to stay competitive and maintain its relevance in the crowded sports world.
Clark has created more buzz around the basketball landscape and has actually transformed and revived a league that was the WNBA, and she is getting paid a measly $28 million.
Star players are the key to bringing fans, sponsorship deals, and media attention, and losing someone like Caitlin Clark would create a gap that could be very hard to replace. To avoid this, the WNBA needs to build an environment where Clark and other top players can perform at their best while also feeling respected and supported for the long term. What is happening now shows the consequences of a league not fully investing in its biggest stars. With its main attraction missing, fan interest has dropped, ticket prices have fallen, and the league's future feels uncertain without Clark leading the excitement.
Listen, as demonstrated, Caitlin Clark is a beast. She is so popular that they have recently introduced something called the Clark Cam, which is a camera that is just dedicated to following Caitlin Clark around for the entire game, which is then live streamed here on this.
Caitlin Clark's absence has shown how important she has become to the success of the WNBA. Many believe the league now needs to do everything possible to keep her long term. This means more than just offering financial rewards. It also involves showing that she is valued as both a player and a person. Supporting her on and off the court, protecting her from unnecessary targeting, and giving her the right platform to succeed are all seen as important steps. If the league fails to do this, it risks losing not only Clark but also the momentum it has recently built. Without her, there is concern the WNBA could return to a time of lower fan interest and financial struggles. Clark has shown what the league can become, with sold-out arenas, increased media attention, and growing popularity, turning games into must-watch events. Because of this, many feel the league must act quickly to ensure she remains a central figure for years to come.
And to imply that we should just ignore the impact that Caitlin Clark had on this team, this league, this sport. Nah, it doesn't work that way.
The WNBA is feeling the impact of Caitlin Clark's absence in many ways. Ticket prices for the finals have dropped, fans aren't rushing to games, and the league is missing out on the revenue her star power once brought. When she played, Clark helped the WNBA reach new heights, filling arenas, creating excitement, and attracting media attention. Without her, the league is struggling to keep that energy alive, while other players who are expected to draw crowds haven't generated the same interest, Rumors that Clark might play overseas make the situation even more urgent. Losing her to an international league could cause a big decline in the WNBA's relevance. Her talent and influence go beyond just playing. She shapes the future of women's basketball. The league's success depends on keeping players like her at the center. If the WNBA doesn't act quickly to retain Clark, it risks returning to the low-profile status it fought so hard to escape. Her return isn't just important for the league, it's crucial for the growth of women's basketball overall.